Hello everyone, welcome to this channel's first dialogue editing tutorial. In this video we're going to be looking at how to create room tone out of Convolution Reverb. That sounds pretty cool, doesn't it? And I can assure you it's awesome. So let's get into it. What I've got here is a very rough dialogue edit session. I still have a lot of stuff to organize. And what I've noticed so far is that there's a lot of abrupt cuts in between tracks. And the purpose of recreating room tone is to fill in the gaps that you wouldn't be able to with existing room tone, right? So for example, I'm just going to extend this handle a little bit and have a listen.
This is the Rebrum portrait. That's Latin.
Right, so I don't want to have all of these clicks and these bumps in the background, especially because this track right here, the lady's dialogue,
this
is coming out of a television, which means that I'm gonna have to apply a television effect. So we need to have room tone all the way right here. Now, the trick to this is that we need to source as much clean noise as possible to be able to successfully create the room tone. And what's ironic about this is that we need to recreate a clean noise file without the addition of extraneous noise, right? But anyways, I've already separated right here a scene that they are in the same room as in the beginning, but this file has a lot of gaps that we can extract room tone from. So I'm gonna start doing that right now. Just gonna copy this down and copy this down as well. So I'm just going to boost the level so you can hear what's going on. So again, the best parts of this file right here are the bits and pieces that don't contain these bumps right here. So maybe I'm just going to use this. All right. And let's check out this one. Maybe. Okay. And that's basically the workflow. What I'm going to do now is just fast forward the video so it doesn't get too boring, all right? Cool, so what I've got here is roughly 4 seconds of room tone. Essentially, the more you can gather, the better. So I'm just gonna play back so you can listen to what I've got. Right, so it's not perfect, but I'm not seeking perfection here. So what I'm gonna do is just reset the levels to 0 and consolidate the file. Rename this as RT tutorial. And I'm gonna export this by hitting Shift Command K. I'm gonna export as multiple mono, it's just gonna be one mono file. And I'm gonna create a folder to my documents called RT and save there. And what I'm gonna do now is create a mono audio track and call it RT. And I'm going to insert a signal generator, say pink noise, followed by the waves IRL, which is a convolution reverb, followed by an EQ. So I'm just going to leave it here. And we can see that there's already noise coming right there. So I'm just going to open IRL again. So what I'm going to do is come here to the load bar of the plugin, select it, and choose Import IR, which is Impulse Response. So then I'm coming to my documents, RT, grabbing that file. And so the file is loaded right here. I'm just going to lower the output a little bit. And so there we have it. We have our room tone with convolution reverb And now everything that we need to do is EQ this noise to try to match the tonality of this file right here. So what I'm gonna do is just select it and select this track as well, so I can keep alternating between solos, right? And so I'm just gonna hit play and just boost the volume. Okay, so let's begin. Close enough. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. It's close enough. And don't worry about the drawing of the EQ. It doesn't really matter. It just matters that we try to achieve the same sound, alright? So I'm just going to leave it this way and put this to 0 again. And now we can export unlimited amounts of room tone. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make a selection and hit bounce. Room tone. Cool. I'm just going to mute this for now. Actually, hide and make it inactive. And what I'm going to do is just come back to Finder. Just grab my room tone. Just going to lower this a little bit. Let me just mute this for now. So right here, have a listen.
Hi there. Have you got a problem that you need solved?
So remember, this track's coming out of the television, so we need room tone to fill this gap, right? So what I'm gonna do is unmute this and come from around there, fade it.
Hi there. Have you got a problem that you need solved? Do you have a problem that needs an extraordinary solution? Hi there. Have you got a problem that you need solved? Do you have a problem that needs...
Right? And it works. So I'm just gonna extend this until here.
Or anything.
Oh, shut up.
This is the Reverb port.
And I don't like this one either, so I'm just gonna copy a little bit and paste it right there.
Ain't no one got money like that.
This is the Reverb.
Of course, this is gonna need a lot of tweaking to get right, but as a starting point, I'm happy with it. But anyways, I hope this tutorial was helpful to you. And as always, I wish you have a great day and I'll talk to you soon. See ya!